Hello there, Facebook world. It's been quite a while since I jumped on and did a live, and that's really because I've had a lot of interesting things going on in my life. Lots of transitions with new childcare situation, and that's been all-consuming to say the least. But I wanted to jump on today to talk about something that's become really apparent, especially as we have been going through a transition of finding new childcare for our daughters. And I think it's something that's going to resonate with most everybody. And it's the whole concept of being in alignment. And when I say in alignment, what I mean by that is your thoughts, emotions, actions are aligned with your highest and best good and the intention that you have for your life. Another reason I haven't jumped on in a while is because I've been very immersed in Joe Dispenza's work, and he talks a lot about the alignment in his terms is having a clear intention and an elevated emotion like joy, gratitude, peace, love, and that when you marry the two of those things, it creates alignment. And when you're in alignment and in the present moment, you're actually open to infinite possibilities. And I've been experimenting with this a lot lately. I've been doing some pretty intense and long meditations by Joe Dispenza, and I have absolutely felt a lot more in alignment over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And because of that, a lot of interesting things have started to happen. So I wanted to share with you what I've noticed in this time of being really intentional with my thinking, my feeling, and my actions being aligned with my highest and best self and the intention that I have for my life. The first thing I noticed is this sense of calm and peace and really feeling like I can get into the present moment better than ever before. And I think that's from the meditation practice. And the other thing I've noticed, pardon the dog bark there, is things that no longer serve me are starting to fall out of my life. And I think the one story that is resonating the most when I think about alignment in the last 4 to 6 weeks is this whole experience of getting a new au pair. So my daughters are 3, and we've had a live-in au pair since they were 3 months old. And whenever I knew our au pair was going to have to leave and started looking for the next one to come and live with us, and was really nervous about it because we're really close to her. She was part of our family. And the week that I went like all in looking for our next au pair, I was actually sick with the flu. So I would say I was very far out of alignment. It was the month of January, which was a tough month for me and for my kids. We were sick. One of our daughters was in the hospital. And so I'm now seeing that because I was out of alignment when I chose her, she was not a fit for our family. And so we've had to make the tough decision to get rid of her and find someone new, which is causing some upheaval and some transition in our family. But I'm also at a place where I'm not willing to settle. And so in order for me to feel in alignment for what I want for my family and for what I want for my kids, then I have to move on from this. So the lesson that I learned from this was never make a really important decision when you're not fully in alignment. And alignment feels like a hell yes. Alignment feels like you don't have to have your head talk your heart into it. Anytime you have to have your head talk your heart into it, it's not what your soul is longing for or what's for your highest and best good. So I want you to think about when you're making a decision, if you're having to like really talk yourself into it in your head, it's probably not the best decision. So in this phase of moving into alignment and making decisions from that place, there is a lot of trust is required. And so basically we had 1 week to figure out a transition childcare person for our kids because our current au pair is moving to a new family this weekend. And so we had to have a new person for next week. Really nerve-wracking. Didn't even have a chance to work on it yesterday. But what I did do was I really stayed in my heart all day and I felt aligned. So I was very present. I didn't go to worry or doubt for very long. I would for just a second, but I didn't stay there. And I just had this overwhelming sense of trust in the universe. And so that was Monday that I felt really in alignment and tuned in to the present moment. And then yesterday, I also continued that pretty well. And by the middle of the day yesterday, I had gotten a text from my husband and from a friend of his who found us somebody who's in between nanny jobs and who's looking for gap employment for the next, 3 to 6 weeks. And she came over today and she is wonderful. And so the lesson is, when you're in alignment, you will make better decisions. When you're in alignment, things will just flow to you. If you have to push and force, again, it's probably not the best decision. And so how do you get in alignment? I know that's probably what you're asking or thinking right now, is how the heck do you do this? Well, there's many, many different paths to alignment, and only you know what your alignment feels like. But for me, what's been most helpful has been daily meditation, at least 20 minutes every single morning. So anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes of meditation every single day. Gratitude. Again, if you think about elevated emotions, anytime that we want to create something in our life, we know that once we get there, we're going to feel a sense of gratitude for getting there. And so if you can feel gratitude now, you actually magnetize and bring that intention closer to you. So that helps a lot with alignment as well. And then just being in the present moment. I like to notice things in nature. I like to take a slow walk and look at flowers and leaves, and it just kind of wakes you up and it gets you out of your head and back into your heart space. So I have a lot more I could talk about with alignment, but hopefully I've given you a little nugget that can help you to feel more aligned and to be more mindful as you're moving through life and making decisions, to be in alignment before you do anything major. Hopefully my mistake can be something that's a lesson learned for you. It certainly has been a lesson learned for me. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.